Okay, so now let's add a little bit of CSS so that our images get sized properly. So I'm going to create a CSS folder. So new folder, CSS, inside my gallery project. Inside that, I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to call it gallery.css. And in here, I'm going to link it. Is it link? Yeah, link CSS. And then it will be css/gallery.css. So now it's linked, right? So this is the name. So I'm with this. I'm selecting the. With this, I'm selecting the gallery element, right? So I'm selecting the section with the gallery, and then any image inside that. So with this now, I'm selecting any image inside the gallery. No, it's not an arrow. There. Now I'm selecting any image inside the gallery, and I'm going to set the width of those images to 100%. And now we can see all of those images inside the section are 100%. Let me go and grab my reset. So I can see my reset here, and I've got some things about box sizing and HTML. I'll go over this stuff a little bit later, but I'm going to copy this stuff for now. And right up at the top of this, I'm going to put reset. So let me see now. There we go. So what that did was it got rid of the built-in margins and stuff on sections that the browser put in. And so without that reset, obviously we've got a slightly different model, so my images aren't going right to the outside. So if I wanted to add a bit of padding on the gallery, obviously I could just come in here and go padding and go something like 0.433 rem, and just get a bit of padding going around the gallery. So let's just copy this. And then come back here, and I'm going to create another selector just on the gallery, not the images this time. And then I'm going to add that padding property and 0.433. I think that's right. Let me just double check. 0.482 is what I'm looking for. And again, I'll explain this at another time, but I'm not going to do it right now. So 0.482. Boom. Save. Come back to here. And there we go. We should have it at the padding at 0.482. Okay. So next would be putting in some fig captions. So I'm going to come back over here and sunshine makes me feel happy. Biking too. But sometimes just need to chill. Okay, and so we come back over here, and now we can see we've got those fig captions that are added. I'm going to go back to my reset. I'm pretty sure I've got a fig caption thing in here somewhere. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to paste this into my reset here for my gallery. I'm going to change the 224 because I'm on a white background right now to 16. Okay, let me just go to Google Fonts. Right, we can see that it's a sans serif font. Okay, And then for the figures, right? So we can see now if we take a closer look, we can see that the figure includes the image and the fig caption. So I want to add a little padding to the bottom of the figures. So I'm going to come back here and go, and I'm putting this above the image because it's less specific. So gallery figure, and then padding. And so at the top, I'm putting 0. At the right, I'm putting 0. On the bottom, I'm putting 0. I'm going to put 1.2. 1.2 rem, and on the right hand side I'm going to put 0. So it always often when we're using shorthands like this, it's top, right, bottom, left. So we start at the top and go around in a clockwise motion. So let me save that, and now we should have a little bit better spacing here. Let me zoom in here to the fig caption and font size. And so we've got a little bit of a space, obviously, between the fig caption. So if I come back over here, margin padding, fig caption, let me do it this way. So so we'll do gallery, and again, fig captions. So we're selecting all of the fig captions inside the gallery. And I'm going to put transform, translate y minus 0.482 rem. And so what you can see here, what that's done is it's moved up the font by that space, giving the proximity even more, or giving it even better proximity. If we hold down, I think it's Option on here, yeah. Right, we could even, if we wanted to, move it up in so it's right over the thing, but obviously for that we would have to put a background RGB. Let's make it 240, 240, 240, 0.9. Right. And holding down Option again, I can make it just a little bit less, maybe something like that, 0.7. So now that I've got that, I can copy those things and paste them here. Okay. So there we're looking pretty good. Obviously I don't like this, and it's too big. So let's go. I've got the width gallery image here. But I'm also going to put header image. So notice header, I don't have a hash mark. And that's because header is not an ID, it's a tag. So we're just selecting by tags. Come back here now, and I've got my header with the bike thing on top. Now let's go put that H1. I said that I'd have an H1. So Bruce's gallery. I'm going to go grab my reset while I'm here. So there's H1 margin top font size. And I'm going to put that right below there, but above there. Bruce's gallery. And I'm going to make it smaller so it fits here. So somewhere around 1.3. So let's try 1.728. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Text align center. And I'm going to put a background color in here too. So RGB. We're getting there slowly. Okay. So you can see we've got a good gallery that works on a multitude of different devices, right? With the images resizing, it kind of fits, it kind of works. It's kind of simple, but we're there. So let's just add the footer to the bottom for now. Footer. And I'll just do copyright. "2026 Bruce Norton." And then we'll come over here and we'll do footer. So that's our selector. We'll set the width to 100% or 100 viewport width. We'll set the background color to be the same RGB as the other one. And we'll set the actual color of the font to be white. And then, boom, we can see that my footer's at the bottom. We could text align at center, but I might add some other stuff later and things like that. So it's a bit longer, this video, than I was hoping or was thinking. And I'm going to work on the nav up at the top, obviously, but there we go. Now, let's take a look, though, at what it looks like if we look at it on a computer. Right, so we can see the thumbnails are very big, and because they're very big, then they become blurry or they become pixelated. So let's go back here into our images and we'll do max width 400 pixels. And now if we come back here, we can see, right, the max width of those is 400 pixels. We don't need this though on the header image. So I'm going to copy this because the header image is 1600, right? So I'm going to copy that. And I can do this one of two ways. I'm going to try it like this. So I'm going to get rid of that and then put 1600 here. And so this max width of 1600, even though it's applying here, it's getting overwritten here. And so, yeah. So there we go. Does that make sense? And then in the next video, I want to make this responsive.